My feet weren't covered when you started getting dressed. For things I said in fear.
Alright.
All I ask of you is cheer. My feet weren't covered when you found me inside out at dawn. The sun's light just rose
Alright.
when you came onto the horse I rode. My feet weren't covered when this goes to rip everything apart. Don't leave this town, my dear. Don't leave here for the day.
Big moves today. Big moves today. Big moves today on gold. We already hit 5,200. Fuck, we were just talking about it last night. 5,200 tapped. We were just talking about that literally yesterday, before the market opened, and like last night. Already. Big dip. Took it up. I caught a nice buy moments ago. Fire signal, fire move today. Big move, big move, big move today. Big move. And yeah, I called out 2 trades today. Took an L. And literally, like, here's the thing, like, you could attempt things in trading. Like, the market might give you different things to attempt. If there's a likely move that's going to happen, I could have looked for 3 buys. Realistically, like, I took an L today. A lot of people freaked out. Were like, oh my god, L. Right after I took that L, I was ready to send another trade. Like, I was about to send another trade. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. And obviously, it's one of those moments where I should have sent another trade right away. Like, every time I take an L, it's like, I'm ready. Like, I'm positioned, like, myself mentally, like, yo, like, it's probably still going to be the move. Maybe the first zone, the first attempt wasn't it. And I took an L and I said, SL hit. Watching 51.25 area. Watching 51.25. I was going to send another signal for 51.30, 51.25 at that moment. I was going to send a gold buy, 51.30, 51.25 at that moment. That would have been down here, and it would have been another good trade. And it's like, you know, you can attempt something and it might not work, but there could be still another setup maybe right in front of you. I didn't even take that, or I didn't even send it out. Maybe I took it, but I didn't even send it out. Next trade I sent was for here. I could have sent another trade here. I didn't. And I still was able to send another trade and catch this move, right? I could have sent 3 trades today. Should have. Could have sent 3 trades today. I sent 2. Right? And look where we are now. Some of you guys are calling me crazy. Look, y'all looking for buys, and some of you guys are like calling me crazy. Now look. Who's a crazy one now? Y'all that were looking for sells. Y'all are, no, I'm kidding. 5,200 top though, like crazy already. I mean, we came into a week where it's like, you know, we talked about some things before the market opened. If anybody was here yesterday, I went live. yesterday, right? Before the market opened. And we came into kind of like a spicy week. Like, think about like the week that we were coming into. Active week. Even still, like, things are active. Look what's going on. What we got? Trump announced $2,000 tariff dividend without Congress approval. I mean, isn't he allowed to do that? Yeah, isn't he like, he's president? So can't he kind of do what he wants? Yeah. Like, President Trump said he plans to send $2,000 tariff dividends payments directly to middle class Americans. Yeah, like, if they're collecting all this money, as he's saying, they're collecting billions and billions. He likes to say that word a lot, billions. Declaring he'll move forward without congressional approval. Supreme Court strikes Trump's tariff. Trump fires back. Trump blasted the Supreme Court's decision as ridiculous and anti-American. Attacking his own appointees, this Neil guy and Amy, for siding with the majority. He claimed the ruling accidentally gave him power, saying it forces him to use stronger, crystal clear legal authorities. Plan B activated. New 15% global tariff up from 10%, invoking Section 122 of Trade Act of 1974, 150-day authority, already collecting tariffs during the transition. Legal setback, intimate escalation. Markets are watching closely. Yeah, you see what's going on in Mexico, right next door to the U.S., like right next door to USA. Man, I love Mexico. Mexico's a great place. Hopefully everyone's good over there. I guess with U.S. intelligence, it was said U.S. intelligence helped this Mexican operation take down the kingpin, the cartel leader. What's his name? El Mancho or El something? The beat is loose. War drums beating louder. Iran, the world's most lethal super carrier, U.S. General R4 just blasted through the Strait of, I don't know what that says, and stormed into the Mediterranean. This is no drill. They're moving, boys. We're going in. Ford is now merging with USS Abraham Lincoln, 2 carrier strike groups, thousands of battle hard sailors. Yep, sort of. Iran's nuclear talks are crumbling. Trump's clock is running out. 2 to 3 days max before all options go live. America just rolled out its crown jewels right to Iran's doorstep. Time's almost up. Yeah, let's see. Because, yeah, he did say, remember, and we've been talking about all of this. Remember, he said 10 to 15 days. Friday. Would have been Thursday, Friday. We went over a lot. Like, I can't go over everything I've gone over. That's why I stream a lot, guys. Like, I stream. And when I stream, I go over information. We did talk about, how he said they have 10 to 15 days, man. We'll probably see in 10 to 15 days, right? So that's coming. That's coming close, in like 3 to 5 days, basically. I would say, kind of like near the end of the week. Now we got why is gold pushing to 5,200? Well, look at it. Look at the stuff I'm talking about right now. Just the last 3 minutes. Look at some of the stuff I'm talking about right now, right? Stuff we've talked about Thursday, Friday, even yesterday. Yesterday we had a conversation, right? Anybody was here yesterday? Type in the chat for me. Type in the chat if you were here yesterday. Any country that wants to play games with the ridiculous Supreme Court decision will be met with much higher tariff. There you go. So, yeah, that's what he said. See what he said? He said this. He said he's like, you know what? You guys just gave me more. I'm gonna go harder on you guys now. There you go. Any country that wants to play games with ridiculous Supreme Court decisions, especially those that have ripped off the USA for years and even decades, will be met with much higher tariff and worse than which they were just recently agreed to. Buyer beware. Thank you for your attention to this matter. What else we got up here? President Donald Trump reposted a video that calls for regime change in Iran. He reposted this. What's this say?
That regime needs to be eliminated to save our children and grandchildren from having to deal with it.
Trump reposted that. So yeah, we have a couple days. We might find out things in a couple days, right? Like, that's why gold is pushing up too, and Friday, Saturday, the news. So think about the week that we kind of came into, right? Trump threatens higher tariffs after Supreme Court ruling. Stocks are dropping. I mean, Dow Jones kind of fell. I think the US 30 dropped today, right? Yeah, US 30 with a tumble. Dow Jones falling over today. There's some fear coming into the market here. Top. Gold pumping. Gold pumping. Stock market down. So there you go. Kind of shows you something. Some uncertainty maybe ruling towards the market a little bit here. Coming into this week, right? Maybe not even a little bit, but maybe just like kind of like obviously. Like look at, we got, so Trump, I can cut off all trade. I'm allowed to destroy the country. Huh. There you go.
Allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with that.
Oh, sorry.
But I am allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with that same country. In other words, I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. I'm even allowed to impose a foreign country destroying embargo. I can embargo.
Bro, that takes balls. Like, like, I ain't gonna lie. Jeez. So yeah, he said it right there. Like, is it gonna go one way or the other? It's a new. Is this like how a new evolution begins, or is it just history repeating itself? Yeah, we see like coming into this week, kind of one of those active weeks where it's like before the week is even starting, you're getting some clues, right? Like we had a lot of news, like we talked about yesterday, right? Thursday, Friday, and leading up to yesterday. Like it's kind of one of those weeks that gives you some information, even kind of coming into it. Like you're kind of like some instinct there. So let's see how this goes next. Like I said, Iran warns citizens of upcoming U.S. strike. They've been evacuating too. Like I see, like telling people to evacuate U.S. citizens that are there, and this, and that. So probably like in preparation for that, if that's going to happen, gold's already shooting up. Probably like kind of in like preparation for that. It's at 5,200, like pretty much 5,200. Like I said yesterday, like follow the pullbacks. Like the pullback turned into a bigger one. Like look at every pullback. If you're on the last stream that I did, I was saying like watch the pullbacks on like the 30-minute and the 1 hour chart if you're looking for buys, especially if this thing's gonna keep going up and you're day trading it, you're intraday trading it. Like you've had some entries since this whole move up. So since we've gone from, right, we were at basically 45.80 and now we're at 5,200, right? We just came from almost 5,100. And it's like along the way up, like if you're looking for buy entries, you really got to watch for good pullbacks and watch those pullbacks as they develop, as they graduate. And try to catch them when they're like reversing, or as they reverse, or even after the reversal. Like I just talked about a scenario today where I took an L, was going for that reversal. I was going for the buys. And I still caught a trade after. Right, so it's not like the second trade was crazy. Look at this trade. It's not like I caught the exact bottom. Price already reversed. This was a crazy trade. If you're inside the inner circle, I sent some signals today. And like I said, like if you watched 51.25, could have caught a trade there. I could have sent 3 signals, but this thing was pretty crazy this morning. Up and down, a lot of volatility. Gold is the most volatile it's ever been in history since the financial crisis in 2008. This is the most volatility gold has seen since the 2008 financial crisis that happened. So it's quite volatile market. Might need to give yourself some more breathing room. I've been starting to adjust my stop losses and make them bigger too, and give myself a bit more breathing room. Market has been quite volatile. This thing was spicy, but I think the bias was overall there. I was explaining yesterday. A lot of you guys are asking like, how are you catching entries, or what are you waiting for? And it's like, well, look at this market right here, just this piece. So if you're trying to catch buys moving forward, you got to kind of watch the 1 hour. You got to watch the 30-minute as you're day trading. Because look at from here to here. How many pullbacks do you have? Like, how many pullbacks can you actually see on this chart? There's 1 here. Right? 2. So how many actual pullbacks are there? Because a lot of you guys are asking, like, how are you looking for entries? How are you catching entries? How are you looking for entries? Well, what are you looking for in the market, right? Like, are you waiting for a pullback? I'm not just chasing price at any time. Like, I'm actually waiting till I see pullbacks. Like, how many pullbacks do you actually see on this chart? There's 4, maybe 5. Like, if you actually realistically look at every single pullback, I'm talking about every single one, not just the ones that look the clearest, because like my eyes see every single pullback. Your eyes might only see a few of them, because a few of them might just be more clear to you or more meaningful, and like, oh, I probably would have catch that one. My eyes can see every single pullback. So it's like, even this one, when the market opened, I was talking about last night. Last night I was talking about how there was a quick explosion up when market opened. First pullback. Okay, buyer stepped in. But then there's another pullback. It ended up turning into a bigger pullback. Right? On the hourly. This is a 30-minute I'm on right now. So, like, how many pullbacks do you actually see on this chart when you look at it? Those are your entry opportunities, like those pullbacks. So you have to learn how to wait for pullbacks, learn how to watch them as they develop, as they get bigger. Look for prices, look for confirmations, use other technical analysis. Because ever since this push up, ever since gold made this push up, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's pretty crazy. 9. Maybe you could say 10. There. We have 10 or 11 pullbacks, right? So those pullbacks, if you're like, oh, where would the best entries have been? Let me look at, like, where would the best entries have come from on this chart, right? Like, if you're actually looking for buys on gold the last week or two, or since last week going into this week, I mean, all this, like, where would the best entries have actually come from? Like, after you got like a decent pullback, right? Some of them are sharper than others, so it's like watching these pullbacks, even on multiple time frames as they develop. Like, how do they look on the hourly? You could see some of them on the hourly. I just went from the 30-minute to the hourly. You could still see some of them on the hourly chart. So it's like, when you're in a market that's going up, like the gold's been going up since this push up, there's been signs that it looks more bullish, right? since that push up. I've talked about a lot on streams. This whole entire push up, like gold's been going up with more bullish momentum. So it's like watching these pullbacks closely. There was a slight pullback happening this morning. If you look at like the 15, 30-minute chart, there was a slight pullback happening this morning, kind of around 51.50. I was getting in a bit before that. I mean, some pullbacks, like small ones, like little ones might be harder to the eye to see. Like, I mean, these little 2-candle pullbacks, like something like this might look way more clear as like a really defined pullback for maybe the new eye. Right? You have a nice clear pullback there that the market's making, it's dropping, and you get a nice rejection candle happening here. This is also trading into this engulfing candle. You have a big engulfing candle to the left. You're also trading in, you know, some support with that engulfing candle. You have a rejection candle there on the 30-minute. It's happening around 49.75. So, I mean, like, pullbacks, some pullbacks might look more clear to depending on the eye, like, but there's a good amount of pullbacks you could see here on gold, right? So what are you waiting on gold? You're waiting for it to give you like that concrete fluid pullback. How could that look? That could look different ways. That could, right now price is around 5,200, which is a psychological level. It's a whole number, right? So I want the market to get above that and make that pullback above it. I want it to break above 5,200 and watch that first pullback. I want price to break above, and I want to watch the first pullback as it's breaking above 5,200. I want to watch it closely. Or it's like 5,200 rejects, obviously. Maybe we come down to like 75. Maybe we come revisit. But we make like a solid pullback maybe on the 30-minute to go back up. Air water. Maybe there's pullbacks. Like you're watching, like, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Not every pullback is a perfect entry, but all the pullbacks can give you opportunities. What someone said in the chat. You get above 5,200 with this continuous momentum that we're kind of starting the week off in. If we manage to get back above 5,200, then it's like watching for that first pullback. But we could reject 5,200 and come easily down to like 5,170. A 5,175 area. Probably back around there. Maybe a little bit lower around the resistance. That's probably where like this could reject potentially at 5,200 because yeah, like it's a whole number. Psychological price. Gold came up pretty quick. If we get above 5,200, then it could go make its way out closer to 5,300. But like if you get above 5,200 significantly, like for an example of what I'm talking about is look at $5,000 last week. It's a psychological level. All right, now if you look at $5,000 last week, the market came to it. Kind of hovered around it, rejected it, and then like look at the price overall. Like, so we came to $5,000. That's kind of like 5,200. 5,200 is a psychological level. It's a whole number, right? $5,200 flat. It's like 5,000 or 5,100. It's like market, not the best place to be buying right now, but we could think like if we break above it. We don't want to be buying right at this level. We could be thinking like if the market's able to break above 5,200. Now, $5,000 is kind of like that level that I was thinking the same way I'm thinking about 5,200 right now. If anybody followed me last week, I was talking about $5,000 last week, especially inside the inner circle. Anytime I streamed, I was just popping up whenever I streamed. I don't know the times I went live, but I was just like going live at random times. But like 5,000, that could be like how 5200 is right now. Maybe we get a break above it. Maybe there's a retest, or there's even like a bigger pullback underneath it. See how 5000 played out last week? Like we kind of just stalled around it. Eventually the market like broke above it like this and retested it. It's like, man, if we could get above that price, that's like where you're looking at maybe bullish again. For now, it's probably gonna like looking like it's rejecting it. Maybe gonna come down to like 5170. I would think probably retest like this broken resistance. We broke out a resistance here. Hey, that's one of your next pullbacks areas. It's kind of just watching, like I just said, like you don't have to guess the market all the time, like where it's exactly going to react. It's about kind of watching structure, watching the market with the candlesticks, because it's like if I'm looking for a buy, I want a pullback. So I need more candlesticks. I need more time. I don't have to predict. Like I don't have to sit here and go, okay, I'm gonna buy when it comes down to here. Just watch for a pullback, guys. It's really that, like, when it comes down to being patient in the market, it's literally just watching for things. Like, that's why I'm going over what I'm going over consecutively. Like, this pullback says a lot. It's not like, okay, the first candle reacts. Like, this is where a lot of you guys maybe chase the market too much. You get one candle that drops. Like, all right, I got to buy. Like, let the market give you a pullback and then see where price is at and start to do your work from there. Like, let the market actually give you a pullback. Let it give you a pullback. Evan, where's the pullback gonna go to? I don't always gotta worry about that type of stuff so much. Like, maybe it comes down to here, but let the market let it give me a pullback. Maybe that can form, right? We can watch for a pullback to form. Watch for a pullback to start to kind of graduate and form in the market. Like this pullback, it's like as this pullback started to go down more, and it hit 5150, 5145 area, I was starting to watch. I was like, okay, we're starting to get a pullback. Like, this is looking good. Was it perfect? No, but I was still watching the pullback, right? So it's like, watch for the pullbacks. Let the market pull back. If you're an experienced trader, you might know like where different areas of the market are. Like 5200, that could be a level that the market breaks out of and goes for like a retest, right? So even if it gets above 5200, watch for that pullback, right? Let the market actually give you a pullback. Evan, what's a pullback? I just showed you 11 pullbacks. So if you can't understand like what's a pullback, you need to go really back to the basics. Like, take a step back, get off the smart money bullshit, and fucking study candlesticks and price action. Dude, if you can't like what's a pullback? Like, it's how like look at the chart, guys. Fam, you gotta go back to the basics. You gotta go back to level 1 then, if you're asking what's a pullback. Like, that's when the market retraces. Right? Structure, market structure. You gotta take a step back to the basics, yo. We got a lot of videos on this stuff. Everybody here should know what a pullback is. If you don't, let's hop on the demo account for a bit. Let's practice. Let's go to the basics if you don't know what a pullback is. Let's not try to make money yet. If you don't know what a pullback is, rewind. All right. If you don't know what a pullback is, you need to get on the demo account. You need to get on the demo account. All right. Like, if you're in an uptrend, it's when the market drops, right? A pullback, right? A pullback. We need to go back to level 1 for some of you. Oh, damn. I didn't know that. A pullback? I learned that like day 1, I swear. I figured out what a pullback was day 1. Train your eyes. Go on the chart. Take different parts of the chart. Like, different pieces have different pullbacks. Look at this. This has look at this downtrend. Or look at this down piece, right? What is this? This is ultimately a big pullback in one, but look at, there's pullbacks inside of it. Like, the market goes down from here to here. You have multiple pullbacks inside of that. That creates sells. Like, where are the best sells coming from? Here here, here, here. After decent pullbacks, right? After the market actually pulls back, right? Retraces. Get off the smart money. If you don't know how to execute, if you don't know how to learn a pullback yet, like, take a step back. Pullbacks, market structure, swing highs, swing lows. So you have a swing high. That goes into swing low. That ends up creating a high here, which is technically a lower high, right? So like, follow the market. Pick a spot on the chart. If you're not good at seeing pullbacks, if you can't see any pullbacks, then man, I could see too many pullbacks, guys. I miss them all. I can't. At my level, I see pullbacks that I miss. Like, I miss too many pullbacks. So like, just pick a spot and start. It's not going to be perfect. Pick a spot and start, right? Train your eyes and focus on the pullbacks. Where do good entries come from? This is obviously, gold was going down the entire time here. So there was maybe 1 or 2 good pullback entries. There doesn't have to be 20. There doesn't have to be 10. Can you find 1 or 2? That's where you start to scale, develop, focus on less. There doesn't have to be a bunch, but can you start to see them, right? It's the same thing I was showing you. You know, this is going up now. Price has shifted. This is going up now. All right, so there was some good sells in there you could see. This is where you have to understand structure of things. Like, okay, if you're a buyer in a downtrend, where are your best buys going to be coming if the market's in a downtrend? Lower lows. If you're buying in the market, if the market is going down over time and you're buying, your best optimal buys are going to come at the lows. It's either going to be at the lows, like near the lows. Right? If you're in a downtrend and you're looking for buys, it's either going to be near the lows, like right at the low, where you'll get that buy, or when the market makes a lower low. Until it obviously reverses. There's waves that the market makes, and then it eventually reverses. But if this is, $4,100 and this is $3,800, whatever, I'm just saying price, and market's going down for days or over a week. If you're looking for buys, your best buys are going to come on the lower low. So you have to know yourself, and you have to know structure too. Like, where is price? Where did it come from? Because in a downtrend, your best buys are either going to come, like I said, at the low or at lower lows, when the market's making a lower low, when it's starting to form that lower low in a downtrend. All right, if the market's in a downtrend, though, your best sells are going to come on the pullbacks, right? Until it reverses, right? Eventually the trend reverses. And that's where it's like, if the trend reverses and now you're in an uptrend, your best sells in an uptrend are going to come on higher highs. If you're in an uptrend, your best sells are going to come in a higher high, right? When the market's made a higher high. Whereas, again, your best buys are going to come on a pullback. So if you're looking for sells, you're looking for sells in an uptrend like this. It's like you got to make higher highs. You got to make higher highs. If you're looking for sells as something's going up, it's higher highs. It's looking for a higher high. All right, higher highs to be made. That's where you'll get better sell reactions. Like, okay, even right now, maybe you could get some potential sell reactions, higher highs in an uptrend. Now, is it as good as looking for the buys in uptrend? Not really for me, because look how much more time the market has spent going up versus going down. The most time you've actually spent going down is this, right? Versus the amount of time this has actually been progressively going up. So your time in the market your time in the market, if you're putting your time exposure, like buys are on the right side, obviously. Sells, like you might only see sells. Some of you guys, the reason I'm going over this is because some of you guys might only see sells. You might be in these uptrends and you only see sells. And it's like, okay, where are you catching those sells? For me, it's like higher highs. If it's like I'm taking sells, it's like I gotta have like a good higher high formation made. If I know I'm in an uptrend, it's like in terms of probability, or being more probable. Like right now, you have a higher high technically being made here. So that's kind of like one thing. It's like same thing. If you're in a downtrend, it's like, where are you gonna get the best buys? That's as the market's making like a lower low. Like here you have lows, here you have a low. What's the market do? It makes a lower low. Then what's it do? It makes a lower low, and then it makes a lower low until it reverses. So where are the like, if you're buying in here, where are the actual best buys coming from? Like the market's going down, lower lows. So where, like realistically, where do we get buys? It's either something like this at a low, right? At a lower low, right? Or, right, like if the market's already going up in an uptrend, it's like the pullbacks, focusing on those pullbacks, right? Lower lows, at the lows, testing the lows. So you have to know yourself, what's in front of you and what you're willing to do and what could happen next too, like how price was delivered. Because if you're in a downtrend, if you're in a downtrend and you're taking a buy at the low, you have to kind of understand price could go for a lower low. You have to understand this might not work. It could go for a lower low, then make that move. So am I willing? You have to know yourself. You have to know structure and know your willingness too. Of like, am I willing to take this trade and be wrong, but still know the market, like know where the market is, right? So you don't get blindsided by certain things. Because some of you result certain movements as in a whole entire market change. Like a lot of you guys I noticed from what you type in the chats will like have a very specific thing happen to you pertains to your whole entire outlook on the market now. I notice that a lot. Like even if I notice that when I send a signal too, or if like it's like, is the market bearish now? Does that mean it's like this? Let me say for instance, like this drop, for example, this drop, everyone was saying now we're in a downtrend, but like, are we in a downtrend? Do we have signs of that? Is there information of that? Like, is one move enough? So it could be like, when I say one move, it could be a stop loss. What if you have a stop loss that gets hit and like you're just like, or you take a trade, you get in early, you might flip your entire bias on the market. Like this, I said it when it happened because all of you guys, like a lot of you guys are flipping bearish pretty much. Like now we're in a downtrend. Everyone who's a pro gold trader is suddenly a bearish pro. All of a sudden, like notice how like all of a sudden gold went to all-time high and everyone's trading gold here, and it's like, oh my god, and then it goes into a downtrend. Now everyone was selling it. Now look at where gold's looking like it wants to go back right back up. They just broke out of a 3-week consolidation that I mentioned we're in a consolidation. Like price looks like it's gonna, like, don't tell me I don't mention so many things to you guys. Like, look at where price is right now. Fuck, we've been talking about it going to 5,200, 5,300 for 2 weeks now. So like, nothing new here. If you've been tuning in and listen to the things I say, like you actually like hear the things I say, because that's just my brain speaking to you, like my trader instinct. Like when I'm coming on here and we're down here. We're down here. If you go back on the inner circle streams I did, I was saying gold might go to 5,200. Gold might go to 5,300. I was saying this live on streams with you guys. And you guys act shocked when it happens. And I'm like calling this stuff out too a lot of weeks. And I'm like, hello? Who's paying attention?
Putting this in it? I'll
Oh,
hold it for
here's
you.
me talking. Like, fam, don't say I don't warn you guys. Warn you guys a lot of times about every move. People are acting shocked about gold. 52, 5,300. I'm telling you, we were live last week, New York session. I was talking about how we're going to go to 5,200, 5,300. There was 2 sessions I did last week where I was talking about this. Everyone's acting shocked today, and I'm like, man, they, like a lot of it, like the information, it's been there. I've been saying 5,200, 5,300 for like almost 2 weeks now. I might try to break, like it could try to break. Might try to break 5,200. Maybe 5,300 gets met. That's what I was saying last week. They're probably going to go to like 52, 5,300. I've been breaking down charts for you guys since last week, saying like we're going to push up every pullback. Remember what I was just saying to you guys? Look at this pullback. Right? I'm like, on this stream, I was live saying like, watch this pullback closely, guys. Like this could turn into a buy that takes us above 5,000 up. Once this stuff started to happen too, I was saying like these moves could take us to 52, 5,300 being like where we are in price. Last week I was breaking down this pullback as it was happening. I think even the day before that, like literally I think the day before that too, I broke down literally another pullback. Like literally like the first pullback that was happening. That first pullback that was happening, I was saying like, watch this pullback. Like watch this pullback. That very first pullback we had down there on gold. This pullback, this first pullback that was happening. All right, so you guys say like, what's a pullback? What am I waiting for? What's a pullback, Evan? Like, guys, I don't make the candlesticks, right? Neither do you guys. We don't control the candles. So it's like, this is a pullback. I'm seeing. So as live, this was a live session, as live and in the moment as it can get when there's a pullback in front of you, right? Like we do this stuff live. So like a lot of you guys are asking me like, what's a pullback? Like how do I know the market's pulling back? Like one thing is you got to understand where you are. Like I just went over, where's structure, right? Understanding market structure is very, very important, right? Like, are you going up? Because it's like if you're making a higher high, you're probably likely to pull back. Or it's like if you're making a lower low, you're probably likely to pull back, right? If price is going up and it's making higher highs, you're probably likely to get a pullback, right? Or just as like if it's making lower lows, you're probably likely to get a pullback in the market, right? It's like you can anticipate that, but do you need to predict where no, look, this pullback's in front of me. I'm live on a stream here for 2 hours watching this pullback, and I'm like, there's a pullback here. I didn't have to predict the pullback beforehand or like measure it, guys. Like this is what the chart's showing me. I can see it. Let me focus on it. Some of you guys are getting too ahead of yourself with like information or you overload of information. You can't even trade a pullback. Yo, we're talking pullbacks, yo. Like we're basic level here. We're not talking like anything crazy, yo. We're talking about pullbacks and market structure. Some of you guys are too focused on like I don't know, maybe some of the wrong stuff, too much stuff, where it's like, I'll talk about some of the simplest stuff, like a pullback, literally, like, basic level, like novice level, right? Like, and some of you guys get confused. That's like, I don't know what information, who you learn from, where you learn trading from, like who taught you trading, but it's some basic stuff you learn, like pullbacks, uptrend, downtrend, market structure. I don't know where some of you guys have learned from in the past, or like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll teach some of the simplest stuff, and it's like some of you guys get lost in it. That's where you gotta take steps back and you gotta clear things. So, like, if you're I don't know, like at one point in my trading, I was trying to be like a wizard and a perfectionist, and I realized like simplicity is key. Like, I'm not gonna be a master of everything. Sometimes it's better to just master one or two things instead of trying to master everything, because then you just end up mastering nothing, right? When you try to be like a jack of all trades and be good at every strategy, be good at every technique. It's better to just identify what you're good at, where you stick with the market, identify yourself, become self-aware, and stick to that, right? So some of you guys might need to, some of you guys who get confused on simple concepts like with pullbacks, market structure, stuff like that, might need to unlearn things, relearn things. Like, there's points in my trading where it was like, man, I don't really need this. I got to throw this out and just stick to the basics, like take a step back, right? Because I'm not really going over anything like realistically, like pullbacks, like this is a clean pullback, right? And it's something that it seems like a lot of traders get scared of or think, oh my God, the market's in a bearish market now. But it's like, it takes a move to make a move. It takes a buy to make a sell. It takes a sell to make a buy, right? If you're looking for a buy or a sell, whatever it is, it takes a move to make a move, right? It takes a sell or it takes a buy. Like here you have a huge buy going up, right? Like the market pushes up. That's a buy. It takes a buy to create that sell. Just as it takes a sell to create the next buy. So pick a, like I said, pick a spot and start. Here's a buy. Here's a sell. Like literally pick a spot and start. I used to do that. Like I'm telling you stuff I used to do every day for years. So it's been hours. Like the stuff I'm telling you guys to do and stuff I show you, I've spent years doing it. Right? Like I'm way past all of that. Like way. That's like 2016, 2017 for me, right? Like I started trading in 2015. So it's like stuff I tell you, talk about that works for me nowadays that I only like I'm not going to sit here and teach you guys something that I don't make money from, right? I'm not going to go over freaking Bollinger Bands, right? I'm not going to talk about like indicators and stuff like that. I talk about things that actually matter to me that help me gauge through the market, right? I can talk, like if you want to learn Bollinger Bands and stuff like that, like I'll make a video on Bollinger Bands. I have a strategy on it. I actually have a good Bollinger Band scalping strategy. It's scalping though. It's more like scalping, like, man, so you want to learn Bollinger Bands? We'll go over Bollinger Bands one day, all right? We don't need to go, like, I have a strat, but it's like, it's an indicator strategy. If you're like a scalper, you guys want to go over Bollinger, someone wants to go over Bollinger Bands, we can do that. We'll go over RSI. I like RSI. I don't like RSI or stochastic. Those are better indicators. So look, like how can you anticipate pullback? Like, okay, like right now it's like the buying is probably done. It's like, do I want to be a buyer here? That's aggressive. It's like, how can you anticipate pullbacks? It's like market structure, higher highs, right? Like even here, the market makes a lower low. On my screenshot, you might... Is there a trend line on one of these screenshots? It doesn't show the trend line. I had a trend line drawn. Crazy trade today on gold. I started this account with $5,000. Now it's at just under 30K. And I did that since Thursday night. So it's Monday. I've done that since Thursday. And this is from today. Started on a new broker I'm using. Testing out. Gotta do a withdraw probably tomorrow from the looks of it. Since Thursday, I've multiplied 3 accounts. This is one of them. From $5,000 to almost $30,000. I also took a $500 account to $2,000. And then a $1,200 account to like $3,000 something, like $3,400. Since Thursday. If you guys want to know, if you guys want me to break down, I'm gonna record some videos right now for Inner Circle. I haven't uploaded the stuff I recorded last week, and I forgot to record some stuff, so now it's kind of like So I gotta record some stuff right now because I forgot to record some stuff from last week, and now it's like going back. There's 2 things I gotta record from last week, but I'm not gonna record everything because it's like going back is kind of weird now. I gotta talk about this situation, and then this buy here. These 3 setups. There's 3 setups from last week I'm gonna talk about. I had to break it down in one video though. Right now, like see 5,200 psychological level. Do you want to be buying there after the market pushed up to it? Probably not. So wait for the breakout. Or look at the 30 minutes starting. So some of you guys are asking, what pullback? Here we go. Look at. It might be starting a pullback. See, it is. It's maybe starting a pullback. See, is it like big enough? You know, not yet. Like you have to watch it form. Watch the pullback form. Maybe this can come down multiple candles. But then this is where I go into the next topic about sessions. So it's like when I'm getting that pullback, it's like I kind of want to be trading around an optimal time of volume coming into the market, maybe going into a session around a session. I was kind of talking about this last night. So it's like I'm not even going to look at the charts. Like I'm going to get off. I'm going to record some videos for the Inner Circle. I'm going to get off in a couple minutes. Break down a couple more things before I get off. I'm not going to look at the market until like closer to Tokyo session, or I'll look at the market like when it finishes just to see where price is. But it's like, you know, next time I maybe look to see, is there a setup? Is Tokyo session or closer to London session? Next time I'm looking, okay, is there a setup? Is there something here? Is there a good pullback? Maybe the pullback's bigger by then, right? Maybe, right? You can kind of like, you can do some guesswork and some like forward thinking of like, okay, like price just hit 5,200. We could have had easy sells there. That's when I would have sold like higher highs. Like if you're looking for sells in this market, that's an easy strategy. Like higher highs, the right price. So the right price. That's a very psychological level, 5,200. You know, 200s, 200, even 200 is a psychological level. 5,000, 5,200. That's a very, very psychological price with the zeros. So you could see how the market paused there. It paused there. That's where it paused. Because around these types of prices, like 5,200 or 5,100, there's going to be a cluster of orders. There's going to be what's called like an order cluster. That could be buys, sells, take profits, exiting the market, stop losses even. $75 maybe. Some people asked in the chat. Maybe 75. Like it came close there. 75. That is the previous resistance, but you got to see here. What you got here is 65. See that? So you do have like a $10 area there. Like The thing you have to look at right now, if you're looking for buys, is where's your structure? Where's your last low? Here. Or here. So I have to understand, like, if I'm looking for buys, like, does it matter where I get it? Like, what if I bought right now? Where should I put the stop loss? Like, what if I was buying right now? The stop loss should go here. Terrible risk to reward unless I'm, like, trying to freaking hold this to, like, 5,300, right? But, like, it's about thinking defense. It's like, okay, if I want to position myself to hold a trade and not get stopped out and have to try too many attempts, like give myself 2 attempts maximum. It's like, okay, let me attempt this. If it doesn't work, maybe there's another attempt. Right, it's good to use structure in terms of your stop loss. The last low is here, so it's like if you're looking for entries, like it almost hit 75 there. 75 potentially. Some of you guys are asking in the chat. 51.75. You can see it's a $10 area. Who's Alex? Who's this hater? Who's this guy? Where is this? Who's this guy? Write me after 2 months. Good luck. I'll write you after 2 hours. Write him after 2 hours. Good luck. I guess I just gotta laugh at that. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. Yo, why we got like cheesy people out here? Who's this guy? Don't join. Oh my gosh. Probably someone copying my signals and sending them in group chats too. Probably one of you guys. It's probably one of those people. You got the last low down here, so you got to kind of keep that in mind. Stop loss placement wherever you're looking for entries. It almost just wicked at 51.75 there. Price is still bullish. Yeah, like, I mean, overall, we have reasons why price is still bullish, though. It's not just like we're sitting here random. Price is bullish. Fundamentally, the macro picture is what's creating like that bullish demand. Almost hit 75 there. Damn. Yeah, so we might try to break 5,200. Holy, remember beginning of the session when I said we might try to get a wick down to like 51.75, 51.70 area, back down here. Who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, why is he even here then? Like, shit, yo. Like, yeah, who is this guy? Why is he even here? Like, I've never really been one like that. Why is he even here? He'll probably join after like 2.0 launches or something, you know. He'll probably like join like later on. Watch. He'll be like, be one of the. That's funny. He'll probably end up joining like next year when price is like double. Watch. He'll probably be one of those people when price is like double the price it is now. Trust. Yeah, usually the people who hate on me don't even know what I know. Like, don't even know the information that I know. Like, they don't know what I know. Oh yeah, gold is moving. Damn. Might be trying to get above that 5,200. If you look at what just happened now, well, that was a quick reaction. Like, damn, that was a quick pullback. It was quick. Like, even the 5-minute pullbacks can just get eaten up. But that's where we go into scalping and a whole different session and a whole different like kind of training, which would take longer. And we've been on for a little bit already. Tonight should be interesting going into tomorrow. Like, I think we're gonna try to get above 5,200. You already just saw it. Tried to get a pullback down to 51.75 really, really closely there. And popped up. Yeah, we had a crazy trade today. Finally, got a banger. And, man, it just moved. It was one of those that moves, right? Like, sometimes we hold trades for 2-3 hours and it doesn't move this much. And it's just one of those movers. Active market right now. That's where fundamentals, geopolitical tension ties into, you know, a trend, right? A market that makes a nice trend for the day even. Like with gold, it's like you don't need a huge trend to make money. Like with, you could catch like part of the trend. Yeah, what a move today. Gold, let's see how we do this week though. I think we're going to keep trending this week. Maybe we get above 5,200. Haters gonna hate. Hey man. Hey man. He'll probably join. Like, you gotta let people. You gotta just keep people in their lane, man. Oh man, you know, why'd you delete it, man? Someone delete it. I was trying to have fun there. Oh man, you deleted it. I was trying to have fun. I like that fun. I was trying to have a little bit of fun there. I saw someone commented, but then they just deleted it. We can have fun. We can have some fun, you know. I put a chat in Telegram. I put a public Telegram. You know, people, you can chat and people can chat in there if they want. There's like I think how does it work? Oh yeah, right here. You could comment on something, and people could, the comment, depending on what gets commented on, it could turn it into a chat. So I enabled comments. I ain't hiding. I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to hide. All right, nothing to hide out here. Nothing to hide. I ain't scared. I ain't scared of the haters. All right. Win some, you lose some. So yeah, I enabled comments. I don't know if you, like, it might be annoying. Like, I can take it off if it's too annoying. Like, if it's actually fucking annoying. Because, yeah, it does create more notifications. You guys can let me know in the future. Let me know next week. Let me know next week. I don't know. I put it on. I put comments on. But, yo, like, get in there, yo. Get in the comments. Show some backup, yo. We got haters hating the... Come on, yo. Where's the back? Damn, yo. If we got enough, so yo, I can't. I can trust Christian and Vinny. All right, Vinny, Zala. I'm gonna say Zala. I can trust Zala and Christian, yo. If I'm ever on the streets, yo, you know, I can trust y'all, eh? Where's the backup, gang? You know. I live downtown Toronto. What, like, out here is crazy, yo. You go outside here, they get crazy out there. And I don't go out a lot, but the only times I've gone out, something crazy has always happened. It's fucked up. Last time I went out, someone ran up on us. The people I was with, actually, it was the people I was with. And it was like, someone ran up. We walked out the club, and there's like a guy walking out of a car with a gat, or not a gat, so like probably is a gun. I don't know what kind of gun it was, but holy, I was like, shit, I was too fucked up for that shit. I was too fucked up. Stops in the middle of the street with a gun in his hand. And then he runs away, and then he shoots the gun in the air, and then I don't know why. It was crazy. I ran away. I was out of there. So, yo. Where's the gang at, yo? Where's the gang at, yo? 5,200, look at it. Keep an eye on it tonight. We get a clear break above. We get something like this with look what happened with $5,000 over here. See when we got above 5K, like towards the end of last week, it ended up holding, staying above 5K. Oh, last time I went out, some crazy shit happened. I'll talk about it another time. I'll talk about it in the inner circle session, all right? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about another session. Ask me tonight on the inner circle session. We can talk about it there. We can talk about it there. We're on public right now, all right? We're in the public right now. Talk about it there. Like, look at 5K, right? So 5,200 could become a similar level like 5K did. Holy smokes. Hey, man. I called out buys down. Don't tell it. I gave you guys the buys today. 51.50. Now it looks like a fucking solid entry, doesn't it? I said 51.50, 51.55. I should have said 51.50, 51.45 area. Got in early. This candle was starting to like flip and then it came down. 5,200. We're watching that tonight. It looks like we're going to break it for market's going to break above 52 from the looks of it. Yep. 5,200. As this kind of breaks up, watch for that like first pullback. This could be an interesting level tonight. Kind of like what $5,000 did. He's going to join in 2.0. Like, watch. Fuck. He's high. He's high. He looks high. He looks baked like a bean. 5,200. I'm thinking maybe that's the next like good entry. Like obviously there was a good pullback there. I'm liking it. Watch 5,200. I'm gonna wrap it up. I got some videos to make because I forgot to last week, so I gotta get on that right now. While it's fresh, I gotta do it while it's fresh right now. I'm gonna record some videos right now for you guys in the inner circle. We're gonna wrap it up here. Like I said, how to multiply account. This account is up right now. So since Thursday, I've multiplied by accounts. I started this with 5K. That's the power of trading. Like, bruh, I used to work freaking 60 hours a week to make $30,000 a year. I just made that since Thursday, right? So it's like, what does it take? I mean, experience, time on the charts, knowledge, strategy. But even just the right market that comes around, an active market, if you're trying to multiply account, does it take trading every single day? No, I don't think you need to trade every single day and try to multiply every day. It's about the setup, or it could be the right week. The right week comes around, kind of like this week, and active week. I like to call it like an active market, an active week where the market's just pushing. The market's just pushing, giving you that momentum or signs and signals coming into the week that kind of give you that conviction of like, this should be bullish, this should be bullish, right? This should be bullish. Like all the news and everything kind of coming into this week, right? With Trump, Iran, and then even Mexico now, like right next neighbors of the U.S., right? So it's like how to multiply an account. It's about the setup, right? But even if like you could be an active trader on the charts, not trading, and a week like this comes around and you just go all in. You don't got to be all in all the time. If you're trying like multiplying, yeah, you got to have some risk there, some higher risk tolerance if you're trying to quickly scale an account, multiply it. But it's like there's 52 weeks in the year. Not every single week is going to be a week like this, but a good amount of them end up having like times like this where it's like the market is moving a certain way, right? Or you have signs, and those are the weeks where you could multiply. And it's like that 1 week could make up, that one really good week could make up multiple of weeks, right? It's like this right here makes up for the last month or something, for me. Like today, and since what I've done since Thursday makes up for multiple weeks. So it's not like I have to repeat this next week. It's like, okay, let's wait for something to come around. Let's wait for a good setup, good execution. Like if I wanted to scale this to 50K, 6 figures, I could literally sit on my hands, watch the market every day, not trade, and wait for that right setup or week to come around where it's like I have confidence, I have conviction, kind of like I did coming into this week. So multiplying an account doesn't take trading every day. It takes the right setup, or even just take notes of this week. Remember Venezuela? Remember USA, Venezuela? That was another week that was like this week, pretty much. Similar, that. I mean, times come around where, I've been seeing it all 2025. Like me, like live on streams, we've been seeing it all 2025, but I've been seeing it for the last 2 years. Multiplying account isn't like, impossible. If you're trying it all the time, like, here's the thing, like you could take your 100 to 200, you multiplied your account, right? That's like going from 1,000 to 2,000, but it's like trying to keep doing it. Like, okay, you did a multiplication. Focus on the next week. Try to take the 200 to 400 next week instead of the same day. Like instead of like if you're taking the $100 to $200, okay, stop trying to take the 200 to 400 the same exact day. Wait a day or two. Wait till next week. Stop trying to do it the exact same moment you multiplied it, right? Maybe that's something. Like if maybe some of you guys already multiply your accounts. You just keep trying to multiply a bit more, right? So don't focus on multiplying, focus on executing. Wait for the market to give you high probability entries. And then, yeah, like I think multiplying an account, I said this last night, multiplying an account is easier if you have a trend. If you're aligned with direction, like if you want to multiply an account, I find it's easier if you're aligned with the direction. So if you're not guessing a top or a bottom, you're just riding momentum. So if you're trying to catch a top or a bottom, you're trying to catch the tops, you're trying to catch the bottoms of price, that can be harder when trying to multiply an account. It can be much easier if you're riding out momentum, you're riding direction in the market. You're riding it out. You're going with momentum. You're going with trend, not against it. Like just how like gold's been. Gold. You're asking me, Evan, how'd you multiply your account? Well, I'm just riding with the momentum since Thursday. I did it. Like I multiplied this account since Thursday. The one I just showed you. Look at today. Like some of you guys are asking, like increasing accounts, right? Like 50. Like look at the like do the percentage. Like think about the percentage of that. That's in a day, right? So I'm not gonna have a 50% day unless I'm really riding the trend, riding with momentum, right? I'm not going to make like 40, 50% in a day unless I'm riding momentum. So, I mean, you need a trend. Right? Gold just started giving us that. Like I showed you guys at the beginning of the session. That's why I talked about those pullbacks in this move. Ever since that first move up, gold has been giving us trend signs. I've said it like plenty of times on sessions. Big day for me. Huge day for me actually. In the markets. 20,000s now, just under 30,000. I finished at like 29K. Big trade. If I was still holding the trade, I'd be up probably around $14,000 right now. But we good. Started the account with 5K. I'll probably wait. Now it's like, again, it's like I said, if we break above 5,200, watch for that first pullback. Market seems strong right now. US, like we talked about, if US is doing this, if this is gonna go down with the whole USA Iran, what do you think gold's? If this goes down, if USA, I don't know, it's pumping right now. Did they just strike or something? If that happens, if USA strikes, what's gold gonna do? Like if this happens, this goes down, the whole tension is rising around this situation here. What's gold gonna do, right? Damn. Won't say anything. Gotta keep it calm. So yeah, like what's gold gonna do if USA strikes Iran? That's is it new all-time highs then? Probably new all-time highs then, no? Like that would probably, it would definitely create a lot of volatility for gold. It could even make gold drop first to then go up. Like it would either just go up like crazy. I would think if that happens, it would just go up like crazy. Like I think if this happens, like it's just gonna shoot up. But even with volatility, like it could always dump down first and then just go run up. We'll see. Crypto, we're not gonna do any crypto talks. Crypto's dropping. Might save that for tonight, just because the time. Right now, I gotta get off. Cheaper prices, lower prices. We've talked a lot about crypto inside the inner circle on a few streams. We'll talk about it next stream. I do a little bit. So yeah, 5,200. We're above 5,200 now, guys. Let's see if that holds. I think we'll maintain 5,200, maybe 5,190 area. Maybe we can get like a retest down there, 5,200, maybe even a bit below 5,200. But yeah, that's something maybe to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on the news. Definitely like something you want to keep an eye on in these times. I made a video on YouTube talking about this. If you haven't seen all the YouTube videos, check them out. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yo, smash the like button before we get off. Comment, subscribe. Remember, guys, show some love. Show if you guys show more energy, you guys like, comment, more on the videos, I'll post more videos. You guys like, comment on my Instagram videos, my YouTube videos more. Show more engagement, show more activity. I'll do the same. I'll stream more, I'll send more, I'll break things down. I'll do the same. If you guys show the energy, I'll repeat it. You guys comment more, you guys like more on the videos, and I actually see that. Like, I start to notice, like, oh wow, that, like, I'll do the same. You get what you give in life, all right? So, I'm out. I'm gonna wrap it up. We got some work to do here. Gonna record some videos for the Inner Circle. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out the videos I recently posted. There's been a lot of good videos. If you haven't seen them, check them out. Peace, 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 peace.